Welcome back to the Horizon TV, where we speak to the newsmakers as well as ordinary people doing extraordinary things around the world and featuring the voices at the heart of the conversations. I'm Sumner Sambo. Now, ahead of the long-awaited National Convention of the APC, to ensure a successful gathering, the All Progressives Congress has inaugurated its media subcommittee. The governor of Nasarawa State and co-chairman of the subcommittee, Abdullahi Sule, said the committee is finally on course to carry out its mandate following the return of Memala Buni. According to him, the objective of the committee is twofold: one, to see to a successful convention, and secondly, to unite all contending sides. Femi Fani-Kayode, a member of the committee, spoke about the readiness of the committee for a successful convention. The All Progressives Congress National Convention Screening Subcommittee has invited aspirants for the exercise today, and we hear the screening will be on. Let's just listen to this.
Thank all our members of the committee that we have inaugurated. In addition to inauguration the committee, we also inaugurated some of the subcommittees that are going to work in the various areas of media. We have no doubt that the convention will hold on the 26th. So far, there has not been anything to the contrary. As you know, the governors actually met, and we had marathon meetings a few days back. And during the marathon meeting, we've been able to bring all the various governors who had different understanding of the convention together. And you understand that it is going to ensure we promote the convention. But in addition to promoting the convention, we strongly believe we should promote the party also.
Well, everybody has come together now. There's no looking back. We can only move forward now. A few days to go to the convention, then there's post-convention, then there's preparation for the elections that are coming up, and we'll have great candidates, so we're going to do well.
Well, for more on this, I'm now being joined by Dr. Ibrahim Osinowo, who is a member of the APC 2022 Convention Planning Committee. So good to have you here, Dr. Osinowo.
Thank you.
Just tell us about your party. I mean, after all the rancor, the rigors, the challenges here and there, eventually you're heading for a convention on Saturday. We've heard what they've said. The media subcommittee today is meant to be the screening. How is that going? How are you rallying members, delegates to the convention from different parts of the states to head to Abuja and do what's needful?
Thank you so much, Mr. Sambo. It's nice to be here once again. As you can see, I was here the other time and we discussed about a few issues from, Governor Bello and Governor Buni. And I did mention in that interview that this is just a family,
family affair.
Be able to. I'm sure you will say that's a regular word, but our party is strong than ever before. Our party is moving forward. We're doing something unusual. You can see Governor Buni, ratifying what Governor Bello has done as his, deputy, and different committees. Even my own committee we met. You can see one of our best stand, Governor Abdullahi Sule, addressing the media, and other contending factors and sections that have been brought together, under the leadership of President Muhammadu Buhari. And I can assure you, 26 is sacrosanct. By Sunday, inshallah, we're going to have a brand new NWC and the national chairman of our great party. Yeah. So we are good to go. And
there's still this screening that's meant to come up. We are hearing that there are some people who are still doing last-minute consultations. Some people should step down and all of that. Is there a challenge when it comes to the issue of elections? Is it that people are afraid of elections? Why force people to a consensus when they don't want?
Let me correct that impression. My good friend and my very good long-time friend, Salih Mustafa, he did say on one of the channels yesterday that nobody is forcing anybody to contest, but there's only one seat for the national chairman, and if you have 10 or 20 of them, one person is going to be emerged. A party like APC is a big party, it's a mega party where you have intellectuals, you have different professors, different doctors who are informed, former governors, former senators. Our party at this time needs somebody that has the experience, that has the tenacity and the muscle to withstand different, fractions that pop up during the primary. Don't forget that the primary is coming up after the Ramadan season. It's coming up, either we like it, in May. Before June 4th, we're done with the primary. So who is going to withstand that pressure? It's going to be a lot of pressure. I'm sure Alhaji Mustafa, he knows that it's not a joke. During primary, you could see you've been around for a very long time. That season, how cumbersome, different opinion, and you are time bound to submit those names.
It's like a climax for all political parties.
I'm telling you, so you have the experience, you know what is. So our party needs to talk to other contending, forces within the chairmanship. We need to harmonize. We can't go to the convention and state A is voting for B, state A is voting for A. So they need to come together, harmonize our position, let reasons prevail.
How much level playing ground is the convention subcommittee or the entire convention committees of the party providing for most of these aspirants? Because some of them are beginning to say that it looks like others may be screened out for favorites who are those being nominated by governors. Some people are saying that there's a unity list that is being put in place. If you were just someone who just eked out a living and you just wanted to contest to show your loyalty to the party, should you be afraid that governors will use their influence to force a unity list on party members?
As far as I can, I can confirm to you, no governor is forcing anybody. All the governors and major stakeholders of our great party sat. They agree on the zoning formula. In my own zone, for instance, we have, the secretary, the national youth leader from the Southwest, and we have some other good and qualified aspirants like former deputy governor of Osun State, Iyola Omishore, coming out. We have other former minister from Oyo State coming out to contest. But at the end of the day, it's just one person that will, emerge. You can imagine a candidate coming from the Northeast now, picking up a form for national secretary. Nobody is going to muzzle that. The system itself will muzzle that person out of the system. So we believe that a lot of people, you'll be surprised those young folks' minds who is going to emerge. So nobody is going to muzzle anybody. Right now, I think some of the interviews are going on.
Yeah, I was asking that question because some of the aspirants have told us that they've heard that there are plans by the sub-convention committee on screening to actually screen out some people and just leave only one candidate.
No, they shouldn't
leave only one aspirant.
No.
And if that happens, wouldn't that be a recipe for chaos? I mean,
I'm sure Governor Masari. I will say again and I'll say over again, you are a very experienced journalist in this country. You know all these guys. Governor Masari is a conservative governor, he's a reasonable person, he's a good Muslim, and he's a father to all. He's not going to screen anybody out because you can imagine somebody picking up a form of 5 million naira.
Yeah, 20 million for
20 million
for,
so it's not a joke. So he's not going to screen anybody out. But there is a room for consensus. Reason can prevail. If about 10 or 15 of you pick up a form for national chairman, somebody has to be there, just one. So the screening process is going to go. Then when you go to the field, of course, if you can muzzle the crowd, why not? If not, but the party has its own, structure and, focus. In a couple of days, I can assure you, you will see what's going to happen. Everything is going to narrow down. We're going to have a good, reasonable, and conducive environment for everybody to come together and say, okay, we are taking Mr. A or we are going to vote for Mr. A. But right now, as Governor Sule said, we are moving very fast and we are ready. And
take us through the voting process at the convention. How is it going to be like for our viewers to actually know how long this process takes through? I mean, I have covered several conventions of different political parties, even including that of the APC, but I will just want you to let us know at what point in time we are going to have an APC new national chairman. Imagine, I mean, it will start on Saturday. It may dovetail on to Sunday, or it may even be right there if there's a consensus. Just
if you can remember our convention in 2018, I guess. I'm sure you are.
Adam
Social, you are the Eagle State because I can remember 2017 or 20 there about. You can imagine that despite the hula baloo 2 days or 24 hours of the convention, at the end of the day, the chairman emerged on about 3 p.m. on that fateful Saturday.
Yeah, that was a consensus. Actually,
so I'm not saying there's going to be a consensus. I'm not going to speak for the planning committee. I'm not the member of the committee, but of course I have a few details that I can. Of course, I'm sure by before the end of Saturday or Sunday morning, our party will announce a new national chairman that's elected at the convention, and we'll move forward.
And how enthusiastic are delegates, members of your party, to ensure that this convention just comes and goes? Because some of them have been telling us that they are tired of this caretaker arrangement. They need a national chairman that they can call and know that he has the authority, he has a 4-year mandate, he can stand and challenge anyone without PDP accusing you of having all sort of people that you cannot relate with easily.
Let me be honest with you. Our party will continue to tag Governor Buni. I will say that personally, and I can say that for myself as a loyal party member. Governor Buni has done credibly well. he has done fantastically well. And I'm sure when he leaves on Saturday or Sunday, the history will continue to remember him for what he has done.
Well, not all his colleagues think of that same or share that same view. The likes of Verify and all of that.
We understand the politics that is going on. You are not going to satisfy everybody. Even when you have 3 or 4 kids, there's going to be, special one that you feel that inside you that is your preference. View about Governor Buni or is trying to elongate his tenure in office. These things are, propagandas. And we understand what is going on. But at the end of the day, this man has left his own job to administer on the party. It's not easy to be a governor. I've not been a governor before, but I've worked with the governor closely. It's not easy for you to rule a state, still performing at that level, and still come to manage a mega and diverse party of ours. We have to give. So he's not going to satisfy everybody. Few governors might not.
There was that accusation that he himself and the other members of the caretaker committee hid that court judgment issued on November 18 last year, which prevented APC from holding its national convention until during this week. It was discharged. Last week it was actually discharged. In all of this, don't you think that has spoiled his integrity before party members? How could there have been a court judgment like that and even President Buhari wasn't aware?
Let me be honest with you. You don't expect Governor Buni to be aware of a court judgment. There's a
court order, a
court order that was vacated recently. You are not expecting him. Of course, he will come to his table through the secretary and they will pass it to the legal unit that we have sound mind. We have SCN within that department that ought to have deal with that. But if that happens, the gentleman will not, I'm sure, I do know him very well, he will not have allowed, and I'm yet to have a very convincing opinion that he is aware of that court judgment. There's nothing he is doing right now. He has a lot of things to do in Yobe State. He has a lot of job to do.
Very interesting perspective.
We thank God, he's not going to be aware. I can speak for him. He's not going to be aware of that court judgment, and he will sit on it to do what? To extend.
Now, as we head to Saturday, what sort of national working committee of the APC are you envisaging to emerge, and how strong do you think that NWC will be to fight a potential People's Democratic Party in 2023?
We should expect one of the best national working committee that will be, of course, led by one of the prominent, national chairman. At this stage in time, some of us in the party, crave for a very strong candidate who has the political experience, who is bold and courageous to take decisive decisions at this time, because the time is very short. We need someone who is bold, courageous, and has the pedigree. You can imagine you having a 22 governor sitting on your neck. Commander Osinowo was unable to satisfy a lot of governors. Out of almost about 11 governors, we lost some. We lost Bauchi, we lost Adamawa, but we recovered some. And at this point in time, we need somebody that is experienced, both politically, academically, politically strong, and influential that cut across. You're not going to bring somebody on board that doesn't have the political experience.
Do you think that person is Abdullah Adamu, based on what we have been told that's the president's preference?
Governor Abdullah Adamu is one of the best that can become a national chairman at this time.
Interesting.
And I will be bold to say that he's a former minister, he's a former 2-time governor of Nasarawa State, he's a former senator, and is a member of both the second, third, and this present republic. He's a sound politician and a loyal of our party. Some will converse that he is a governor of PDP.
Yeah,
it doesn't really matter.
We've had all of them saying that. Some
will converse that Omishore comes from the PDP extraction. It doesn't really matter. This is politics. Saraki left our party, moves back. Even His Excellency Atiku Abubakar left and moved back to PDP. He's a founding member of AC. He moves to APC. And now, he's back. I and Shehu Gaba, we are member of Atiku presidential policy.
I remember that.
So you are aware. So it's not a big deal. So Governor Abdullah Bello, if our party believe that is the best, I will plead with them to allow Governor Adamu to come in as a national chairman,
and
he will be able to deliver the next president of this country.
We can only wish your party APC well as he heads into this convention. Dr. Ibrahim Osinowo is a member of the APC 2022 Convention Planning Committee, a very loyal member of the APC, and they are all planning for the National Convention on Saturday, and we must thank you for joining us on the show.